We are surrounded by art of a quality and magnificence not found in any art museum anywhere on this planet. The problem is, we see so much beauty, constantly, in such abundance, in such variety, in such splendor, that we have become totally blasé about it. We only open our eyes when we are suddenly confronted by something really out of the ordinary. Let me give you an example. I've been to the Grand Canyon many times. When you first drive into the park, you cannot wait to stop off at the first scenic outlook. You are totally dumbstruck by the assault of sheer beauty to your eyes. You use the whole day to absorb all you can. You are amazed over and over by the subtle changes in light, color, depth, of tonal values, textures. Words fail. At first you look afar and marvel at the distance you can see. Then you look down into the depths. You look every which way. Only later on do you start seeing the beauty of the variety of rock textures. Stay until long after sunset and be out on the rim again long before the first rays of light. Study the visual changes that take place throughout the day. Do this every day for 10 days. Oh, sure, it will still be enthralling, but nothing like the first views on the first day. You need to leave and stay away, and come back another day for it to have the same impact on your senses. Now let me tell you, if you allow your eyes to be opened to really see, this will be true of every day of your whole life. I'm Kobus Moller. I'm an artist. I've had more than 100 exhibitions in 9 countries over the past 25 years. I've worked in a variety of media and in many genres, but more about this later on. Apart from what I've learned from my dad and from my oldest brother Charles, I had no formal training other than a short period of exposure to a group of academics who were trying to cast their students in little molds of themselves. I was shocked by the fact that arguably the most creative occupation was being taught through a kind of a tunnel vision. After completing my army service to my country, I was appointed as a one-man production unit with the job of creating educational media for the South African Education Department. The 10 years I spent at this endeavor turned out to be extremely important in my life and later artistic career. More about that too later. I resigned my post in 1990 and embarked on the most exciting part of my life. I became a full-time artist. Over the past 28 years, I've learned my creative ability from the very best teacher ever, the master artist who created the universe, who created the rocks, the textures, the beauty of nature that surrounds us, every leaf, every twig, every insect and animal and every bird, who created life itself. He also created us in His image, which means we also have the ability to create. It means we have the ability to perceive and appreciate beauty and also to reproduce that beauty. That is what we call art. I've been studying God's creation, not as a scientist trying to understand how things work, but as an artist, trying to understand the very concept of visual magnificence, of grandeur, splendor, of artistry. In short, I've been trying to figure out the perceptible elements that make up the very thing we call beauty. I think, now I'm convinced, I have found answers to the questions about art that are unique. I've been invited to conduct workshops in many places. Now I will be sharing my God-inspired knowledge for the exclusive benefit of my Patreon patrons. A comprehensive video detailing the divine principles of beautiful art will be made available every month. For special patrons, I'm also making available prints of my work and even little originals. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for videos that may be watched by everyone. And what a mutual pleasure it will be if you decide to become a patron.